Welcome back, everyone. All right, let's talk about the corruption, the Biden involvement in Ukraine, and what this says about not just them, but the system, the swamp.
Steve, you've connected the dots between foreign money, American bank accounts, and then American politicians. My only critique is you acted as if this was something aberrational, like it was some anomaly. The reality is, on both sides of the political aisle, you have far too much of this activity where foreign money ends up going through some sort of pass-through. But when you look at the Bidens, they appear to be complicit in that type of activity. Now, you referenced a New Yorker article. That is the most detailed profile written about Hunter Biden, and it describes him as a man wandering around L.A. homeless encampments looking for crack. Now, I hope he's able to solve his problem. Don't want to make light of it, but it's just hard for me to believe this was some international man of mystery worth $50,000 a month. I don't believe that any American thinks that Hunter Biden would have been getting paid $50,000 from Burisma Holdings if he was not the son of the vice president. And here's the question that the media won't ask Joe Biden. Can Hunter Biden go get his old job back? Like, if Joe Biden becomes president, is this going to be okay? Can his family members go and serve on the boards of foreign corporations? That doesn't sound like America first. That sounds like the Biden bank account first.
Right. And the thing that drives me crazy about this, Lisa, when you hear that, I mean, I touched on it there with the media, and they said there's no baseless, accusations, and they go on about how there's no evidence of wrongdoing, and they specifically say, there's nothing illegal here, right? And they say, well, that's fine. They say, oh, it looks bad, but there's nothing illegal. Since when has that been the standard? With Trump, it's like, well, do you remember when Russia with impeachment, it wasn't like, because he didn't break any laws. No, impeachment is a higher standard. It's not just about breaking laws, but when it's Biden, it's this narrow definition.
Well, what Christopher Steele did in getting information from Kremlin sources is treated as opposition research. But if Giuliani tries to get information from the Ukrainians, that's treated as some sort of treasonous thing that happened. Right. Or anything dealing with Joe Biden is unsubstantiated. There's no basis to that allegation. Yes. And with Trump, everything is treated as a matter of fact, even though there is no evidence so far that President Trump withheld that aid from Ukraine. But they still treat that as a matter of fact. But look, you'd have to be a complete moron to believe that Hunter Biden got these deals on his own accord, and it had nothing to do with the fact his dad was the vice president. Just like you'd have to be a complete moron to believe that the Clinton Foundation was not raking it in when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State because of the connection to her being Secretary of State. And then after the 2016 election, they see a 15-year drop, right, in money coming in. So let's be honest, it's blatantly clear.
And this is totally appropriate. This is not investigating a rival. This is corruption of our government that they claim they really worried about.
Well, it's a standard also that is really meant to hamstring the president, because pretty much everyone is his political rival. Everyone, come on, right? The entire establishment, with everything that they're participating in, if Donald Trump looks at them, it's like, oh, you can go after a rival and it's not fair. The fact is, it really sets that standard, because the question then becomes, so if you run for office, then nobody gets to ask you questions about your past? When did that happen?
Especially when you were the vice president in office.
And it comes down to the use of the power of the office. And ironically, that is what they're accusing the president of. A lot of people now are learning about projection. And the fact is that with whatever they're accusing the president of, they have implemented. And of all people, we did not know how the Trump administration would unfold. Donald Trump is probably the one guy in Washington who's not doing any of that. And yet there's this cacophony of accusations that is meant to distract you from the fact that he's likely the most direct, certainly the most transparent and the most honest that we have.
There's so much to get into. I think I know. I'm very fired up about the media role here, because, by the way, that's important, because everyone's saying this is going to be played out in the court of public opinion. So how the media handles all this is actually a really big part of it. So that is what we will get into next. Do not go away.